remember leaving school and had been told that I was invited to be part of the Canterbury Academy. And for me, this was just huge. You know, you heard so many stories of guys that have gone through the academy, and the success rate for those guys to play Crusaders was really high. It was just a dream come true. I knew it was a huge step for me in my rugby career, and I knew it was a real important one to be involved in the academy. And I remember we went to our first camp in 2013, meeting Mitch Drummond, Scott Barrett, Daniel Leonard-Brown was there. It was cool, you know, just being able to see these other guys that I knew were big names in school rugby, and knowing that we're all on the same journey to becoming a Crusader. And it was a real cool moment that I look back at now, because, you know, a lot of those guys are, you know, my best mates. And looking back over the last couple of years in the Crusaders jersey, we've been there every step of the way, always been beside each other, and we've had some pretty good memories. Started the academy playing Fulhamwood rugby, and I was concreting. So they were real long days, and one of the funniest memories back in the academy was turning up to academy gym, like just absolutely buggered, just shattered, and just thinking like, how am I gonna find, you know, the energy to get this gym done? You know, and the funniest thing was seeing Mitch Drummond, Drummy, walking in. He was in his high vis, and he'd finished a hard day of labour, so you know, those were cool beginnings, you know, and that's just what you had to do. 2015 was an awesome year. Like, I was just on a high the whole year. Like, every day walking in was like pinching myself, like I'm in the room and I'm in the same team or the same sort of vicinity as Dan Carter. Like, it was real overwhelming. Like, it wasn't just him, there were so many other greats in the team at the time. What's going to serve me well is like just picking these guys' brains and just learning as much as possible. Like, that year I was not even going to get a look in for any game time, which was actually okay with me. I was actually like, nah, that's sweet, I actually don't care. I'm actually pretty grateful to be in this environment, and I'll just try and learn as much as I can. And all the years after, and the championships and stuff, like it just wouldn't happen, because it wasn't just me in 15 and 16 learning. There was a big group of us that were all learning and trying to figure out what it was that made us tick. Like a Scott Barrett was in there as well, and he was doing the same. Mitch Drummond was there. Cody Taylor was world class, but he wasn't established yet. And you know, you had Dave Havili, who was pretty raw as well. So 15 and 16 wasn't just important for me, but what that would lead into the dynasty that we created, that was real important. Like, the people is what makes this environment and what makes this team so great. When I look, you know, over my career here, there's like everyone that has a job within this franchise is so important, and that's what makes this team unique. Like, as far as the physios, you know, like Richie and Neil have been here as long as I've been here. They were here before me. You know, Doc, and you know, ST was a huge one for me. Simon Thomas, before Dudes came in. Andrew Goodman, he was a big believer in me and my abilities, and always backed me, and so did Rangi, Leo McDonald. Probably ones that stand out are probably three coaches that were here last year, you know, Tamati Ellison, Razor, and Scott Hansen. Like, they were just masters of their craft, like huge care for this team. Hours on end, you know, that they'd put into this team around their preview of a game and review of training and of games. Like, you know, they'd put their heart and soul into this team, and you know, because they did that, it'd make my job easier, and the trust that they gave me really helped me. And you know, they'd keep me honest, you know, all the time. You know, Scott Hansen was one that he would send me a few messages, you know, sometimes on a Sunday, and he just keep me in check, you know. It'd be a question but a statement at the same time, and I'd be looking at like, what does this mean? But he's always making sure I'm mentally ready, and his biggest fear is just that I don't reach my full potential, you know. So Scott Hansen would have to be a standout for me, not just in Crusaders, but my whole career. He gave me the nod to come over to Linwood and play senior footy when a lot of other clubs in Christchurch didn't give me the chance to play in their senior division team. He'd always have this thing around. He'd say to me, you know, just weeding out the dreamers, you know, and every pre-season would you know, truck along and get work done. And he'd always say, you know, tough times create tough men. And yeah, Scott Hansen would have to be, you know, probably so influential in my career. And obviously Razor, you know. He was coach of the 2013 team when I first came into Canterbury, and that's when we first met, and we've been together ever since. Canterbury, Crusaders, he was there under 20s New Zealand, coached me in a Barbars game. Like the love and the care that I have for him is just like huge, because he just gives so much of himself to the team, and he does it in a unique way where like, he makes it fun, but he'll also keep you in check, and he'll do whatever he can to make sure his players are ready, you know, mentally and physically for a game on Saturday. I'm extremely proud, like, when you give, you know, your whole life to something, and you care so much that, you know, you do whatever it takes to, you know, to succeed and be the best you can and be the best team you can. Like there is no better feeling of achieving something, a goal or vision with your friends and your brothers. And yeah, like it's just been an awesome ride, and yeah, like I look back now and I'm just like, shit, like you know, we did that, and it's hard to believe, you know, but like, yeah, as I said, the amount of care that I have for this team and the love and there's just so much that makes me so proud. Crusader 190 is, for me, I remember playing my first game for the Crusaders and getting my plaque with the sword in it. As a kid, I just dreamt of being a Crusader, you know. There's just the one achievement in my rugby career I just wanted to achieve, and just getting that and having that number, for me, it just symbolises that, you know, I'm a Crusader, and you know, long after I leave these wars and long after I'm gone, like that's the connection that will always bring me back to the Crusaders is my number. People doing the call-outs of the debutantes, like those are real special things to remember, and yeah, I guess it's just it's a cool thing to have, you know, 190. Yeah. So it's real special to me. Just want to thank, you know, our community, our fans, and the people that show up week in, week out. Like, I know how important they are because I was in the stands before, and that was me supporting a Crusaders team, and just the love and support that we have at the Crusaders is second to none. Like, our fans are so special to us, and that's a big part of this team, is making sure our fans understand that every year is that we need you. Like, we appreciate everything that they do for us, and, you know, and cheering us on. And, you know, I think personally for myself, just thanks for welcoming me and giving me the hospitality and the nice messages, and always the, you know, waiting up after the game and you know, waiting to say hi. I think that's it's something I'm real grateful for, and I hope over the time I've able to give you all fond memories and also a lot of joy and happiness watching myself and the Crusaders play. All done. Mo, done and dusted.